Okay. I'm doing one more race this week. And by one more, I mean I'm probably gonna keep on doing races. But one more stream at least. Because, why not? And I don't know if I'm even gonna do one next week. Because I don't have the track. And if the racing at that track isn't still going on Saturday night or Sunday, or really any time past the normal, like Wednesday and Thursday, then I might not be able. I feel like it happens every day though, and I'm stupid for even acting like it doesn't. But okay. I should be driving a Cole Custer Andy's Custard car. If my trading paint is working desirably. I just changed schemes. There it is. I'm using a setup that Trevor gave me. It's a guy in the MNCS server, and I'm gonna get a penalty for coming out of the pits like that. I'm doing this race not because I want to finish off a sort of like not because I want to race all three cars for this weekend. Oh my god. Yeah, but the reason I'm doing this is because I just did a B fixed race. It was 45 laps. I started really bad, started 17th. We had a caution on like lap 2. And I locked in after that. I drove all the way for the rest of the race that went caution free, by the way. I drove all the way up, drove my ass off from that 17th place all the way up to 3rd. I was on the bumper of 3rd with 2 to go right here in turn 3. He throws a bad block as we're going into the corner. I tried to slow it down, but I couldn't. I got into him, and he did a good save. Like, he got in the wall a little bit, but he held on to it, held on to 4th place. Up here, coming into turn 1, he throws it in there as hard as he can, knocks me sideways. I somehow saved it. The guy who we both blew by, who's on old tires, like at the very beginning, he didn't pit, or none of us pitted, but he didn't save his tires. That's what I was going for. But yeah, that guy, he ends up blowing by us both, and then into turn 3, he turns down right before we get into turn 3 and just straight hooks me. So, having a great time. And it's time to qualify. Let's spin out on purpose. See if we can do a good save. No, because I'm going to hit the wall here, right? No? Okay, then. Sweet like sugar. But yeah, I lost safety rating and I rating because of that. I knew I was going to lose the I rating, so I didn't really care about that. It was a safety rating because I only racked up like 2 incident points that race, and they were both because of the wreck, again, that happened earlier that I barely missed. Like, I got into a car trying to miss it. Or into a couple cars, I think. But overall, everything was fine, and I get hooked in the last turn. I can't finish the race because I got hooked at a... like, I was far enough down the track. I hit the wall so hard that I just blew the engine. So, it was a great race, of course. Anyway, I'm realizing now that this race is a whole 90 laps. Oh my god, I can't even watch my own video because my computer's so bad. I gotta I gotta get my qualify set up. I want to feel this out before we actually qualify. But yeah, it sucks because I was like proud of myself for the first time in a long time. I was like, oh my god, I'm actually doing something that's like somewhat notable. And nope, get right hook, finish last. And I couldn't protest the guy because they have some weird ass like 30-minute or so cooldown, which I don't understand that. I know you want to cool down your if I get involved in a wreck before I even go out. Okay, no, but I know you want to give people time to cool down their emotions. I don't know if some people are just crazy. I cool down my emotions like 3 or 4 minutes after it happens. Like I'm not mad about it, but I'm like, I want to protest the guy because he freaked out over basically him wrecking himself. And he's like hurting himself with that move too, because he was going to get out of that with no incident points too. And then oh, this thing's not going to stick to the bottom. All right. What are we waiting for? Okay. And there we go. Oh my god, my computer is so bad, dude. Not talking about this computer, by the way. I gotta remember to switch this back to the race setup when the race starts. And that is the fastest lap I've ever run here. I feel like I always kind of enter a little too pensively. Because I know you're supposed to turn the car in a little bit earlier than I do, but I just... Every time I do that, my brain's just thinking shallow entry bad. Like right there. Like even after that turn one, I feel like I entered into the corner like a pretty good time. Even then it was a little late, but I was like entering three, I was like, I'm not gonna start turning the wheel until here. Like after the banking started. Oh my god, my computer is lagging so bad. thought I just heard something. I guess not.
Ethan,
Ha!
come help Mom bring in the groceries.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. I didn't set it back to the race setup. Okay. Oh. I'm assuming this is 7th place I'm in right now. I'm gonna move this mic a little closer. I need to get a box to put this on. Oh god. I'm realizing now that there's 90 whole laps in this race. At the same time, that's not terrible, because, you know, the 400 laps yesterday. Green flag. Why are we stacking up so much? Okay, maybe the setup isn't as good as I thought. Acting like it's not just a me problem. I shouldn't be eating up my stuff this early. God damn it, dude. Oh. And I broke my car already. Dude, at what point do I just accept the fact that I'm not any good at this stuff? By myself, my retarded ass just smacked into the wall. I don't even know what I was doing. If I was trying to get it to, like, not get loose off the corner or what. Like, I genuinely need to go back and see a replay of what I was doing. I'm having to Kyle Busch the wheel right now, holding it at a really awkward angle so it doesn't feel like ass. I'm not gonna pit out of sequence to fix it. Losing the car in front. No shit, Albert Einstein. Look at my wheel. I broke the car. God damn, dude. Like, how do I turn the... I know how to turn the spotter audio off. How do I turn the spotter text off? 'Cause, yeah, I can see the car to my inside. I know that my car driving sideways down the straightaways isn't that fast. Jesus Christ, dude. It's like Cody Ware at Sonoma last year, driving without a wheel, and his spotter's like, "Hey, mate, you're losing the car in front, mate." Oh, I never would have guessed. I never would have guessed, spotter. You know, my car is ripped in half, on fire, missing wheels, and I'm losing the car in front. Color me surprised. How much I gotta turn the wheel left on the straightaway. We still got like 30 laps till the pit window opens up. Probably not gonna get any cautions. Keep entering the corner like a moron, way too high. And I'm losing the car in front. Shut up. Look at what I'm having to do with the steering wheel to get a little bit of goddamn turn in the car. And you want to talk about some losing the car in front. Oh no, I thought I was gaining on that little dot that's slowly disappearing into the distance. Oh my god, my car just wants to turn right. I just heard a noise that I really don't like to hear. Oh my god, dude, actually forget this. I'm gonna leave this. Well, after the race, I'm gonna leave this. From now on, anytime I want to get any type of safety rating points or anything, I'm just gonna do the Coke 600 again. If I do 3 more of those, I'll be set. Oh my god, if I see that one more time, I'm ripping my wheel off the stand. Like, do you know how quickly the spotter would get thrown off the spotter stand in real life if they kept telling their driver, who has eyes, by the way, "You're losing the car in front"? Like, yeah, I couldn't tell by the car getting smaller in the distance. What are you side drafting me for, jackass? I might wreck this guy. Who side drafts a broken car? Oh, it's not that hard to keep the car up high. Look. No need to look, actually. He's doing it right now. And I'm trying to look at the chat and I put myself on the wall. No, I don't upload my bullshit songs to YouTube. I haven't enjoyed making music in like 2 years. And I used to do it with this one guy who I also used to make a lot of videos on this channel with. Oh my god. Can we get a caution or something? I want a pit, but I'm not sacrificing my result. Even though I'm not going to get a result. There we go. And I'm hoping somebody hits me, because I need a caution. Return to pits. I don't even know if I can make it to the pits, man. Come on, I wouldn't have even done this race at all if I didn't get right hooked by some retard in the last race. Ran the best race of my life. 17th to 3rd. Like 20 laps. No incident points. And I end up losing safety rating and I rating, and I can't even see my goddamn pit box. Too far left. I don't have much of a choice now, do I? Good grief, man. Too much damage, we're done. Who cares if I was too far left then? Dude, oh my god. I should have just taken a break from racing like I said I was going to. Now I'm wasting away all my safety rating points. And that's another thing. iRacing puts way too much emphasis on safety rating. I understand that to be able to upgrade, you gotta be at least a little bit of a clean driver. That shouldn't be all that matters, though. Because you know what iRacing has got a lot of now? People who are in A class who were able to drive the Cup cars who were slower than people in ARCA. Like, people driving the A-class cars who were so far off the pace, because all they did to get to the A-class cars was just ride around and not get in wrecks. Oh my god, and I gotta wait 30 minutes to do anything. Because every NASCAR series has to start at... And I don't have Michigan, I don't have Pocono, and I don't have the Gen 5 cars. So I cannot do anything at all right now. And let's see what my license is right now. Even though I can't do that because the race isn't finished. And why does my scheme not show up on here? Why are people watching the stream? Leave. For 30 minutes. Can't do anything. For 30 minutes. Oh, I would do this, but I don't have a setup. I do have a setup, but I didn't put it in yet. Actually. Pretty sure these are the truck setups. Problem is, though, iRacing with its folder naming, it's, look, Stock Cars Toyota Camry, and then Stock Cars 2. The ARCA, that makes sense, but Stock Cars 2, Camaro 2019. But then there's a regular Stock Cars Camaro 2019, and it's like, come on, man. Anyway, where are the trucks? Okay. We still gotta wait 13 minutes to do anything. And it's 80 laps. Do I really want to do 80 laps? After I just did 400 yesterday. And then I did another 45 today just to get right hooked and finish last. When I was arguably the fastest car on the track. Oh... There are 27 people practicing for this. Why is it using the Talladega setup? No, I don't want to save this setup. What are we doing on pit road? Coming to the realization that I really do not want to run this race. The truck series just isn't fun to do. Oh my god. And I got a packet loss? Man, this is generational. But no, look, does this look like fun? I'm just full throttle around the entire track. It's worse than 550. Not worse, it's the same. Yeah, no, it feels like I'm driving a NASCAR 25. I do not want to do this. I'd rather get hooked in the Xfinity Series 46 times. This is just 550. You're just full throttle. At least with the fixed setup things, you gotta lift a little bit to not spin out. Oh, and you get these setups that have worked out all the quirks. Woohoo. Oh my god. How many people have gone? Not that many. Oh yeah, I'm not I'm not doing 80 laps. That was graduation. I didn't go to graduation. Because there's so many formalities. We got like a 10-page booklet about the about the attire you're supposed to wear. And I was like, I'm not doing that. No siree. Oh. I've got to find a Custer scheme. And of course I don't have the 2024 one. I use a Scallywag 2023 car. Can I stop coughing too? Like... Oh. Let's see. Perfect. Now when I get in the race session and my scheme actually shows up. Still gonna link up. Man, you're acting like once high school's finished, people just stop knowing each other. Like, yes, me and Zach live kind of close together. I think me and Zach were kind of set in stone on this one day. Actually, I remember the date. It was September 7th, 2022, because I wrote about it one time. But no, we used to ride the same bus for the first month of high school, in 9th grade. And our bus, after like almost a month, the bus driver just started being all spotty, like stopped being on time. We had a substitute like every couple days. And then our bus load got split up, and I wasn't told about that. And so I got on the bus with Zach, and as soon as the bus started moving, this one guy next to me was like, "Hey, the bus load got split up, right? You could have told me that a little before the bus started moving so I could get off." But, Zach lives kind of close to me, so I got off at his stop, and I had to walk like a mile to get home. Okay, that is a nice scheme that I'm pretty sure worked, even though the nose probably looks silly. The nose doesn't even look silly. And that makes sense, because the new Ford nose is just a sticker with these cars. Alright, let's practice. What did I just touch that was wet? I don't even know if that No, it was a piece of metal. Also, I went on that whole rampage about nothing just so I could say that me and Zach live kind of close. What are you doing, 12 car? I have the 26th highest I rate. Yeah. I might just give up. I'm hoping I can at least be close to as fast as I was in the first race. Because that's insane, dude. I qualified like ass. Qualified 17th. And this is going to be a really bad lap because of that. But no, I qualified really bad, 17th. And then I get into the race, and I'm one of the fastest cars in the race. Like, when do you ever see that happen? Like, I was trying in qualifying, too. I wasn't laying back or anything. Like, I guess I was trying not to spin it out, but it was like, I was driving it the same way I am right now. Maybe I missed the bottom in 1 and 2, I don't know. I was slower than my truck lap. Okay, I still can't be full throttle for that long. Keep spamming thanks and you're welcome. See if I can be full throttle now. No, it's way too tight. Let's try and spin out here. These cars are so much easier to catch than the Cup cars. Like with the Cup cars, it's like you gotta have a... I don't know, it's like... At least for me in the Cup car, in order to save it, it's like you gotta make sure it stays sideways a little bit. Because the cars are so easy to overcorrect. I don't know where Keyshawn lives. And I finally got some incident points. These two guys behind me are going to be pissed off. Because I'm just trying to spin out in front of them. Let's see if I can drift around this entire corner. I think I said it yesterday. This is kind of how I practiced for the Coke 600, though. I wasn't really worried about finding the lines or anything. It was more of, when I get spun out, inevitably, I want to make sure I can save it. These cars being easier to save, especially since you don't really get that sideways ever in the race. I don't think it's really going to be that big of a deal, because, like... I'm saying all this stuff to nobody, basically. But no. Keyshawn, I don't know any of his social media. And I'll probably find it eventually, so it's not that big of a deal. Nothing's really a big deal if you think about it. Nothing in life matters that much. And look at my stupid ass over here trying to spin out. The 12 car was so afraid of me. Ugh. And we still got 14 minutes till the race starts. Oh, 6 out of 51 people. Oh. Smoking the devil's lettuce. What are you talking about? Am I doing something that makes it like... I'm a little insulted. I don't do drugs. The only time I've done anything drug related, one time I got drugged. This guy gave me an edible and I didn't know what it was. And my stupid ass was like, "Oh yeah, here, let me just eat this, you know, it can't be too bad." Everybody at my table starts laughing, and I'm like, "Yep." Like, I immediately knew what happened. I'd say the only time or the only times. Whatever. There's a difference between being high and being retarded. Oh my god. Who cares? I was back in 10th grade. I sucked in 10th grade. That was probably the time period where, like, the closest I ever got to being depressed was in 10th grade. It was right after the... Oh my god. Right after the Daytona weekend when Ryan Preece flipped. In 2023. I'm trying too hard to catch. They need to do something about iRacing. I don't know why I sound so giggly right now, but iRacing, like, sometimes a car will be a mile away from you. He'll hit a wall, and they'll put like like rubber band walls or something, where the car shoots all the way out. I know that's what a safer barrier does. Okay, I'm not that stupid. I know that the safer barrier like absorb the impact and shoot the car back out. But it's not that extreme. Like, a car will be going 30 miles an hour. That's exaggerating. A car will be going 100 miles an hour. And it'll spin into the inside wall. Like, or better yet, he'll spin into the outside wall, and I'm down here, and he'll shoot back across the track into me. And it's like, I appreciate your commitment to trying to make things at least a little accurate, but you gotta, if you're gonna have something like that, you gotta make sure it's not ridiculous. Like, I don't know if they have people who test out some of these features, but it's... There's some stuff on here, it's just a little bit insane. It's safe to say my car is not loose anymore. Don't let anybody tell you these cars are loose. Okay, they are for the first 2 laps, but the second you get past that point, don't hit the wall. The second you get past that point, though, it's just, let's fly up the track. Like, it feels like I'm trying to turn a bulldozer. Also, I'm not looking at the screen right now. That's why I just hit the wall. I could feel it in my wheel. Arrgh! That wasn't as big of a hit as I wanted it to be. Let's try again. And let's piss everybody off. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, I gotta stop. I'm gonna get kicked out of the game. Look how far he shot off the inside wall. He was not going that fast. What number car was that? 12? No, 32. I'm stupid. Where? Luke Fegley. He's right behind me, too. Perfect. And he's driving the Cletus McFarland car. Once again, perfect. But yeah. Like, how fast is he going here? 100 and... Okay, when he hit the second he hits the wall. 135. You're not hitting the wall at 135 miles an hour and flying that aggressively back up on the track. I feel like that's a bad example. But the angle he hit, like, it would have bounced off the wall, but it would have bounced to, like, here. Not way back up on the track. But that's not really a good example. Oh my god, okay, I'm starting to suck now. 10th. And we still got 6 minutes until the race. Can these, like, hurry up, man? Come on. Where's the hole at? Ah. Are there pit road sections for speeding penalties in iRacing? Like, I know they have them in real life. It'll be like, you get a penalty for speeding in Section 8 or something. But I'm pretty sure, at least it seems like with iRacing, it's just one thing. So you can speed for a little while and then just break it down to 30 so your average speed is still below speeding. That's what I do, at least. I don't know if that's a proper method for speeding on pit road. Let's spin out. I've got to lock in now. I've been playing around the entire time. Besides those 3 or so laps I did. Where I set my BS 13th place lap. It's gonna slide. New fastest lap. I'm not Indian. Where are you getting that from? You're telling me this guy kept driving this piece of shit? Just reset your car, son. Nope, he's gonna keep... Nah, he's gonna reset. Yep. What did I just do? Yeah, save of the year for me. Even though... No. Because I was doing it on purpose. Does this guy have the exact same time that I had before? Let me see something. No, it was 660. He's really close. Oh, finally. No, I've never even heard of that before. I'm gonna go look at Twitter and see if anything's going on. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, well, I'm sorry I had to see that. Can we hurry up and get the qualifying going? Oh, thank God. Okay, let's blow some ass. And I'm the 22nd rated person in here. Yeah, somebody shoot me already. I'm finishing last. I had one chance to have a good race in these cars at this track, and I got hooked when I was about to finish third. Feels like when Ryan Sieg almost won at Texas. It's like he had that one race with great speed, and now he's just never going to have a chance again. It was even worse than my practice lap. And I blew turn 3. We are starting in the back. Woohoo. How was that better? Oh my God, I suck. I actually suck. If I ran one one lap perfectly on the bottom and it was better or it was worse than I can't even talk. Ah, dude. How am I gonna get in a wreck on the first lap? And to cap it all off with perfection, the game gives me the number 22. While I'm using a font where 2 is the only number I don't want to use. Look how weird the 2's look. You're telling me that out of all the numbers I could have gotten, it has to be the one number I would never want to have with this number font. Any other font would be fine. This number font, though, it just looks so weird. The King outfit? Who are you talking about? I'm gonna have to go look at TikTok again. If you're talking about the guy who's been recording the videos lately, and my thing just died, I think. No, it didn't. I'm at 96%. What's wrong with me? It did crash, though. Also, the origin, you're saying it like we're some kind of, like, superheroes or something. Or a movie. Origin story. You want to know what my origin story is? I was born. My dad had sex with a hooker. Unprotected. That's my origin. What is this? I like how I completely ignored the question too. The way I met him though was we had math class together, and he was sitting behind me, and we talked a few times, and then he was like, "Ooh, hey, let me record this guy doing stupid stuff." I gotta get on the grid. And I'm starting on the outside. It's over. And I've seen 2 other people driving NOS cars today. I was driving a NOS car earlier when I got hooked. And the strength of field is 2260. Yeah, I'm screwed. Because my I rating was 2111 before I got wrecked. And then it was like 20 something. And now it's probably in the 19s because I had to quit that last race. Which, I don't know, man. I know a lot of people complain about the I rating, or not the I rating, the safety rating system and the I rating system. But I do feel like it should, like, look at more of the race than just the finish. Like, if you do a 50-lap race and you lead 49 laps and then you get wrecked, or you spin yourself out, whatever, on the last lap, and you finish dead last, it's like you shouldn't gain as much as you would from winning the race, but you also shouldn't lose I rating. Like, if you were the class of the field. Like I said, I went from 17th all the way up to 3rd in like 20 laps, which isn't super insane, but I felt like I was driving my ass off. And I finished dead last. I didn't even get to the line. Because when I got wrecked, I blew my engine. Like, I don't know, man. And I also, again, with the safety rating stuff, I'm not a fan of the safety rating on ovals. Because it's, whether it's a no-fault system or not, it's just like, I don't know, it's kind of silly. Like, you can say no-fault system all you want. When I get pile driven through at the end of a race 2 times by the same guy, and I end up losing rating because of that, it's annoying. And I remember there was this one guy, just the epitome of the most annoying people when you talk about the safety rating, when I was in this server a couple months ago. And every time I would say, like, because I had a pretty bad stretch just getting wrecked at short tracks. And he kept on saying, man, you gotta learn to avoid those people. What do you mean avoid those people? Like, the way racing is, you'll be racing clean with somebody for 45 laps. Oh my god. I have a 4X from that because I checked up. See? Like I said, no fault system or not, that's retarded. By default, I'm losing rating this race. And the 23 was not ahead of me. I don't know what you're talking about. You know, I'm not... I was ahead of the 23 when the caution came out. What was I saying? Staying away from people. You know, the way racing is, you'll be racing clean with somebody for the entire race, and in the last turn they send it. It's like, that's how, especially NASCAR works. So I don't understand how you can look at me with a straight face and say, oh, well, maybe you should have just done a better job of looking out for squirrely people. It's not like the people who are going to wreck you are up here driving like this for the entire race. Like, if they were, then obviously you want to stay away from those people. But it just irritates me, the amount of people who act like you can foresee everything. or people who say you should just lift out of it. I don't want to be one of those jackasses who has an I rating in the triple digits, who's in A class, because they got up to A class by just sitting in the back and doing nothing and getting no incidents. But yeah, I think, especially for ovals, iRacing should make it to where either it takes more contact to get a 4X, or a 4X doesn't affect you at all with the safety rating. Because if I was doing like a 10-lap race right now, I would already be losing safety rating. Because I accidentally ran into somebody because he stopped in front of me. And that's one of those situations, again, where you can't do anything. Like, I like doing iRacing. It's fun to actually drive cars that drive like cars once in a while. But it's just... like, I would 1,000 times more like to be doing a hosted session right now. If people did hosted sessions outside of super speedways. Or like, I want to know why series like Carburetor Cup, like that series will rotate around 4 tracks for the entire year. Like, what's the deal with that, man? Why doesn't Carb Cup go to like Kansas or something? I would love to do a Carb Cup race at Kansas. Okay, the good news is we're on the inside. I really hope it's not... okay, yeah. That guy's a lap down. I was gonna say, if it's just randomly saying that this guy's ahead of me. Oh. I really don't want to do this race now. 42 laps to go. It's lap 4. We had a caution before we even came to green. I already have a 4X. Except no, if I leave the race right now, I'm going to lose even more rating. So I can't leave. And I would typically say, oh, but it's 45 laps. So one 4X shouldn't really do anything to me, right? No, because I lost rating for having 8X in the last race. And again, all that was because of what happened on the last lap when I got red. And I don't know if I've explained the context behind why I got wrecked. I was charging up to third. I had a huge run going into turn 3. And I show my nose inside. I'm like already there on the inside. He comes down in the middle of the corner. Like, I tried to slow down for him, I really did. But like, it was like that speed difference right there between me and the 12. Where like, I was already there, he comes down. He does a really nice save. Like, keeps the car... he tapped the wall a little bit, but he kept the car going, stayed in 4th. Then he sends me right here in turn 1, the next lap. Slows both of us down. The guy we just blew by, who was on way more beat up tires, he blows by us. It's like, come on, man. And then he just right hooks me into turn 3. And I gotta remember, I gotta protest that. But okay, my goal for this race is 3rd, just because of that. I know I'm not going to finish anywhere near that good. But a man can dream. Even a retarded man can dream. That wall always sneaks up on me. The last 20 laps or so of the Coke 600 last night, I hit that wall like 4 times. Like I said before, don't let anybody try to convince you these cars are loose. Again, maybe for the first 2 or 3 laps. But after that, it's just woo! Flying up the track. That was a bad noise for that. I feel like woo implies free, like loose. These cars are so much more manageable on old tires than the Gen 7 is. I love a car that builds loose. What I don't love is me being kind of stuck behind the 17 car and watching that third place slowly pull away. There's what I like. Oh my god, there's what I hate. Slow down a little, the pace car is just coming out of the pits. If I get hit under caution and get an 8X, I'm leaving. Can we have an unranked Xfinity Series? So I can drive these cars without having to worry about nonsense? Because these races really feel like a chore to get through. Because you know you're going to get hit at some point. I haven't made any contact with anybody during this race, and I have a 4X. Because somebody stopped in front of me. And I guess we're coming into pit. Gotta not do what I did yesterday. I pray that we don't get any more cautions in this race. What do you mean let 7 by? He wasn't in front of me. What? This game is so weird. I must have missed something, because I'm pretty sure that I came out where I came out. Oh my god, and I go from, like, 5th to 9th. Or 8th. Oh, if this series didn't have cautions, I would be such a happy person. I'm gonna be on the outside line. No, I'm not. So I am 9th. No, I'm 7th. It doesn't even matter, as long as I'm not on the outside. Because when you're on the outside, a stream schedule, no. Never had a stream schedule. There have been a few times I had upload schedules, but that was back when, like, you'll notice I'm not talking much. I used to be, at least in my opinion, a lot more entertaining. And that was mostly because I had other people to stream with sometimes. So I'd have things to talk about all the time. But even when I was streaming by myself, I would be a little more entertaining than this. I'd be talking the whole time. But it's a combination of me being tired all the time now, and I don't really have any fun games to play. Like, I was watching a NASCAR 15 stream I did last year. Not last year, in 2024. But yeah, I would, like, make 10 videos in a day sometimes, and then schedule them all for the next week, like every day at the same time for a week, and then I wouldn't upload a video for like 3 weeks. And that's not even really an old thing. I did that last year. Okay, but no, as long as I'm not on the outside where I'm going to get involved when somebody overcorrects from the bottom. And there we go. Somebody tried to restart in first gear. And I am already almost where I want to be. Oh god. That guy I was racing with last time I did one of these could take notes from that guy. He saw there was a car underneath him and he actually didn't try to block it. This is the hardest I've driven one of these cars. I want that third place. And I feel like I'm kind of blocking this guy behind me because I keep walking down the track. Oh my god. I'm not pitting this time. We have run 3 laps on these tires. Okay, speed it up a little. Tell the 9 car to hit the gas. I know the caution's out, but you don't have to stop. Especially because it's iRace, and cautions are for safety. Like in real life, you gotta slow down a bunch, but in this, no, you can just full throttle it back around to the pace car. But no, I've done more streams in these past, 3 days than I have in the past year. That's a little bit of an exaggeration, but I don't stream much anymore. At least all of this year. I'm gonna restart on the outside. Oh my god. Not gonna pit. I can't wait for the day somebody gets a lucky dog and they start they start spinning right there and wipe out all the leaders. This guy in the last race. Because there was a NOS Toyota I was racing with. And I'm pretty sure it was that scheme. Actually, no, it wasn't. It was a different scheme. So I've just seen 2 other people running NOS schemes. Unless it is the same guy, because he was a Toyota. It might be the same guy, just running a different scheme. I wasn't looking at his name. Dude, no. Who needs a 30-minute cool-off period to protest, though? You think somebody's gonna get hooked and then change their mind about protesting? No, I can't protest right now, because I'm... I don't even know if I can still get the results for that race. But okay. We got all these guys who are the 3rd and 2nd highest I rating. You got me, number 22. Yeah, I'm sitting on a pillow today. So no more of that, no more of that bony ass on the hard floor. Alright, third place is what I want. Of course. Okay, can we please not get any more cautions? Because the only thing I feel like I'm really struggling with right now is the restarts. Oh my god. When is this gonna go away? It's been a week. I'm sorry, 12 car. I'm getting that third place though. And if I don't, I'm gonna keep racing these races until I do. Even if I miss it by this much, I have to avenge my last attempt. And the worst thing is, I would already be there if those cautions didn't, or if that last caution didn't come out. And I almost lost it on the straightaway. What the hell is this retard doing? Calm your ass down. Oh my god. And the caution's out. Why is the caution out? You don't have to slow down that much. The pace car's up here. not touching my wheel right now. Okay, now I am. What damage? Oh my god, and the way, like I said yesterday, the way my setup is, I can't press the pit options. Alright, so I guess the guys up here stayed out. Oh my god, ninth. Yeah, it's over. I just gotta keep doing these races until one stays green, because if that one stayed green to begin with, I probably would have gotten up there. I just can't do it on these short runs. How do I have sick? Oh my god, dude. I accidentally bumped into somebody on a restart because they hit the goddamn brakes. And I'm gonna lose safety rating because of that. Goddamn incidents per corner system. How about you look at the incidents I accumulated during the race and at what point in the race they were, and then you use that to calculate it. I don't care about incidents per corner. That's ridiculous. Per corner, as if less corners means there's less laps or something. Like, do they not realize you can hit somebody on a straightaway? Christ. Not even gonna get a good finish out of it either. And moron. Oh my god. And I'm stuck behind this guy who doesn't know how to... For fuck's sake, dude, what are you side drafting me that hard for? Why would I stay behind the guy who I was ahead of, dude? Dude, this is so frustrating. Like, what are we doing? I'm glad I'm going to be on the outside this time. Because at the very... And I'm still going to be behind the 12. Never mind. Like, nothing against him, man, but he does not know how to handle the first couple laps on tires. He keeps almost spinning out and then smashing on the brakes. And can we please not open pit road? Just go green this time. Stupid. I have one guy spin in the back and we're under caution for 3 laps. Something that probably shouldn't have been a caution to begin with. I'm already getting a penalty, too. There's no need to put the 17x equals penalty. The penalty is me losing safety rating for nothing, pretty much. Only one of the incident points that I have is my fault, because I hit the wall off the corner one time. But everything else, or two of them, I guess. But everything else, the 4x I got at the beginning was baloney. Somebody in front of me decided to restart in first gear. I mean, I guess once I get to third place, I'm going to do 3 races where I just ride in the back. But yeah, iRacing, like I said, focuses way too much on the safety rating for license promotion. Why does safety rating have anything to do with what cars you can drive? Like, Joey Logano would be an ARCA driver still, if that was the way it worked. Like I said, you should have to have a certain safety rating, but at the same time, that should be completely... Like, iRating should play into it, too. Because you shouldn't be able to just be Cody Ware and not get in any wrecks. Cody Ware's a bad example. You shouldn't be able to just be the 66 car and get in no wrecks, but also be 4 laps down on pure pace, 10 laps into the race. And we've been under caution for an unbelievable amount of time. I know it hasn't been that long. Dude, no, if I can restart away from this 12 car... Like, I'm gonna shoot at middle here on the restart. Because I really can't stand being behind this guy. I know it's probably just on the bottom because the bottom's more slick than the top on the restarts. But, like, this guy cost me, like, 4 positions there. So I restarted, what, 7th? And I'm back in 10th now. Oh my god, I'm retarded. I restarted in 4th goddamn gear. How do I have 10... So I really am just losing rating. Why are we stopping right after the line, dude? Oh my god. Who even cares, man? I don't think I've ever driven like that in iRacing. But I have never been that pissed off during a race. It's like, I know it was my fault, but I shouldn't have restarted in 10th. Like, I passed somebody on the restart 2 times in this race, and it made me restart behind them both times. And then my retarded ass restarts in 4th gear. It's like... And that was on top of... I don't know where the 14X came from. Like, I know wrecking after the line, but number one, that shouldn't do anything. Dude, it's actually insane. How did my I rating go up? But no, that was ridiculous. I think you've... I don't even know, man. You can't give somebody an incident point because they get, like, brake checked on a restart. And my computer is frozen again. Not this computer. The one where I'm actually doing the important stuff. Oh. And it's hard frozen, too. Yeah, I might just do this race, though. Again. Because I'm to the point where... If doing this and minding my own business the whole race... and then getting hit by somebody on a restart is gonna be enough to make me lose rating, it's like, what's the point? And the races are only every 2 hours for some reason. Like, everything else can be hourly, but no, the Xfinity Series has to be every 2 hours. Why is my computer freezing? I want to go find a hosted session. No, because they are all at Talladega. Oh my god, and it's the 2 worst cars you can drive in NASCAR. Truck Series and the Cup Series, Gen 7. Hey, my computer finally unfroze. Oh my god, not for long. What happened? My computer... If my computer would unfreeze... Oh my god. Rest in peace, Kyle Busch, dude. What the hell? Dude, like, I don't even, like... I'm glad he won that last truck race he did, because, like... Damn, dude. Like, I can't feel anything right now. Dude, I'm sorry I've been silent for so long. I don't. I don't. There's nothing I can say right now. It's crazy. Because. People are trying to come up with rumors for how he died. Dude, shut the hell up, please. It's nobody in here. I'm in a Discord voice chat right now. But just let it rest, please. I hate when somebody dies and the first thing people are doing are, oh, he died from this, oh, he died from that, oh, it must have been all that bullshit he was doing the other. Like, shut the hell up, man. Sorry if that sounded really nasty. It's like the straw can't get down. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god, my computer. Why does everything want to save as a web page file? When did... Oh. Even if it's not a respect thing, they can't do that because he has points. I mean, eventually he will because the points will run out, but... Some jackass said it's Ebola. Get the hell out of here. Ugh. Ow. Probably not gonna do any more racing in this stream. I've been sitting here idling for the past, apparently not as long as I thought. About 40 minutes. Alright, I'm probably gonna end the stream. I might start another one later, but oh.